Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next reaction to Supernatural Season 6. The last episode that we watched together was called Mannequin 3 The Reckoning, which revolved around mannequins that were coming to life and killing people, or at least it looked like they were coming to life. What it turned out to be was a ghost that was haunting these mannequins, and she was getting revenge on people that led to her death, and that were bullied her and were rude to her, and you know what? Good on her. They deserved everything they got, and unfortunately some of them got away with it at the end of the episode, but I really enjoyed the horror aspects of it. I thought it was really spooky, really fun, and I just enjoyed seeing something a bit different for Supernatural. That for me was actually quite fun. It also had Lisa and Ben in it. Ben was calling Dean, wanted him back in his life. His mum was going on another date and he didn't like it, and him and Elise had another chat basically saying that you can't keep going in and out of her life. It's not fair on her, it's not fair on Ben, and felt like that was kind of the end of their storyline. We'll have to wait and see if that is the case. I'm not too sure, but it did feel like that was kind of like an ending, like, I love you, but stay away, because it's not fair on either of them, either Ben or Lisa, which was sad. But overall, I really enjoyed the episode. It did touch a little bit on the fact that, obviously, Sam had the wall put in his brain to put the bad Sam away, for lack of a better term. There's the bad stuff that happened to his soul anyway. But then the episode after that, he collapsed, and we saw like he was on fire inside his head. Then the last episode that we just watched, he was fine again. And they never really talked about what actually happened. So I wonder if that's going to be mentioned in this episode or not. Let's have a look. This episode is episode 15 of season 6 of Supernatural, and it's called The French Mistake. So I just had a look on Google, I typed in The French Mistake. You know, like with a lot of subtitles, if it feels like it's a quote or a reference to something else, I'll try and look it up beforehand to guess what it's about. But The French Mistake just comes up with Supernatural. So I didn't want to look too much into it because I didn't want to get spoiled. The French Mistake. What could that be? I literally have no clue what that could be a reference to, The French Mistake, so I guess we just have to jump into the episode to find out. I wonder if it's going to be Monster of the Week, or if we're going to find out more about Mother, or not. What I actually want is like a fun episode, like a funny one. We had a horror one last week. The one before was what it was. We had quite a few dark episodes, maybe something a bit lighter, but if not, I want to know more about Mother. So let's jump into the episode to find out what it's about. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and please take a look at the Patreon link down below for the full reaction to this episode and help support the channel. Let's jump into Supernatural Season 6, Episode 15, The French Mistake. Although one of my patrons, Susan, hi Susan, left a comment saying that this episode, and from this episode on, is where the season kind of really kicks into high gear. So I'm thinking this is going to be a good episode, I hope. Because if the last half of the season is going to be like epic, then I'm really excited for that. So especially to see how they wrap things up. We'll see.
Hello, boys.
Oh, hi, Balthazar.
You've seen the Godfather.
Do we like Balthazar? Is he a good guy?
Where Michael Corleone sends his men to kill his enemies in one big bloody swoop. Hey. And Mo Green gets it in the eye, then Don Cunha gets it in the revolver.
Who's after him?
I said, hey. You did. Twice.
I'm guessing Raphael, but then he turn him into sand.
Beer, cold pizza, blood of lamb, yes!
Wait, Raphael is after you?
Raphael is after us all.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Consolidated his strength, and now?
So I'm guessing what he did to him didn't kill him then.
Where's Cass?
Oh, Cassie? He is deep, deep underground. Put out a hit list on every last
he's gonna do a
Samaritan
spell
who
to
helped
keep him
Alvin
out?
Cass, including both of you. And so much more importantly, me.
God! Real good solid fall. Way to go.
Jared Jensen, outstanding. That was just great.
Supernatural, scene 1, echo, take 1, tail slate, marker.
What? So it's like they're on the set of Supernatural?
No angels. No angels, I think.
I'm guessing they use the actual set for this, which would be really cool.
Great.
It's not a problem with the stunt. It's a problem with the signal.
Should we be killing anybody?
Ha, right. You
Fake
answer
glass.
the hate mail.
Or we could have them fly at the window, then freeze frame, then cut to black, act out.
Freeze frame.
How cliche.
Yeah.
Whatever. Season 6.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of meta vibes, which I really like with Supernatural.
Jared, 3 minutes, okay?
It's so meta, I love it when the Supernatural does this.
Where are we going?
We're just gonna get
It's just really interesting, like,
makeup off your
such a
face.
good idea.
Not wearing any. Oh crap.
So, Jared, season 6.
What?
You beat the devil.
For the
lost
characters,
your
it's got to be a
soul,
major
and got it
mind
back
trip.
again. So
Mind
tell
trip.
us, what's next for Sam Winchester?
Because I used to do a little bit of TV work, I find this really interesting.
Look, I think I know what this is.
Okay, what?
It's a TV show.
You think?
Wait, I mean, here, wherever here is, this Twilight Zone Balthazar zapped us into, for whatever reason, our life is a TV show.
Why would anybody want to watch our lives?
Well, I mean, according to the interviewer, not very many people do.
Because you're
I'm not
sexy.
saying I'm just saying we landed in some dimension where you're Jensen Ackles and I'm something called a Jared Padalecki.
Also, what now? You're Polish?
Lots of babies.
I feel sick. I'm gonna be sick. Guys, thanks.
It's Misha. It's gonna be Misha.
What is all this, huh? What did Balthazar do to us?
To keep you out of Virgil's reach, he's cast you into an alternate reality, a universe similar to ours in most respects. Yet
It's gonna be Misha, isn't it, doing a scene?
Like Bizarro Earth.
What's the deal with all this TV crap?
Pardon?
Yeah. Amen, Padalecki.
Lecky.
What?
Lecky. Pretty sure.
Man, we put out new pages.
It's Misha. I knew it was gonna be Misha.
Yeah, except it is, it's stupid and we don't get it.
Yeah.
You guys okay?
I like hearing his real voice though.
What is... These are words in the script. This isn't casts.
Look at him.
You guys want to run lines or...
His name's Misha. Misha?
Wow.
I bet this was so fun to film.
You really punked me. Misha amigos. J squared.
Please stop.
Got me good.
Just want to drop my finger. Oh. Come on.
I wonder if they're gonna show things from like his other projects.
Nice blue steel, Sam.
Supernatural
Hey,
magazine.
it's our job.
I want to read
All
that.
right, here goes.
What?
Well, if I didn't have cancer, and I wasn't married...
So they're using clips from.
Money.
Oh, which one was it?
Would you want to run away with me?
Money? Like I really care about money?
He's so cute.
I'm no quitter, Eric. I
Don't like... If we can reverse Balthazar's spell, I watched every move.
I do really like just seeing like behind the scenes of sets and how shows are made. I love it. It's so interesting to me.
Well, at least they're talking to each other.
Especially when there's things that you see on the screen
What are you supposed to do with this crap?
that
Of course anything is fake.
you can't work out how it's done and then you see it, or it looks really real,
Back to the real world.
and you see how fake it is. It's cool.
Dean?
He's stealing one of the props.
You think? It's a freaking prop. Just like everything else.
I'll just tag along with Jared here.
Since when are you guys talking?
Yeah, you know what, Clint?
There's a couple of comments about that now.
Yeah, of course.
Were they not friends at this point in the show?
So,
They're gonna think it's Ruby.
what am I?
Because I can see Jared's wife in the background. I saw her name in the credits. They're gonna think it's Ruby.
It's an alpaca, dumbass.
Ruby?
How was work today, hon?
Oh my god, this is gonna be so good.
You and Ruby?
It's
Do
Genevieve.
you honestly think that's funny, Jensen?
Right. Right, because you're not Ruby.
But Ruby died, remember? He got.
I mean, how could you be? You? Of course, you are the lovely actress who plays Ruby.
Wristbone of Saint and Holy Reliquary, Museum Quality.
What's that
from
picture?
Diocese in Oaxaca. Looks legit.
All right. Auction house is in Mexico City. We can be there day after tomorrow. We case it yet.
I remember all of those from last season on your show.
No, yeah. I know. That's what I mean. As far as...
You have been the same
This
way.
is really interesting concept. I was kind of worried once the trickster had gone that this kind of stuff would stop. Sam. But this is so cool.
Supernatural, scene 36, take one.
So the interesting thing about this, right, is this scene
Action.
is probably part of the supernatural lore, right?
Will never take him back.
But to them it's just a scene. What is Jared doing?
It's because we have no other choice.
This has been so much fun to do.
If there's a key, then there must also be a lock.
This is so cringy.
Action.
But fun. Really fun to watch.
Could be sort of experimental.
Whatever. Season 6.
Who wrote this? Nobody says penultimate.
IMHO. J&J had a late one last night.
God damn it. We earned this. Anyway, as far as I can see, I think they've lost any shred of talent they ever had. Oh, that would hurt. Drugs.
So the plan to get out did not work. Okay. Here we go. I was going to say, I wonder how the supernatural part of Supernatural is going to fit in with this version of Supernatural.
You think you can run? No!
So is this the actor? No? Oh, there is the angel, but he's got no powers.
Mojo Free Zone.
No magic in
This
the
set was from one with a dragon that was called Like a Virgin.
Guys!
They're gonna think that they've lost their minds.
Not good. Sarah, we don't really understand it ourselves, but it appears that Jared and Jensen were seen beating an extra to death.
This is Jim here, Sarah, and it wasn't all the way to death, only part way, so that's a plus.
He could definitely still run.
And we'll certainly follow up on that. Yeah, I think what we might need at this stage is for Kripke to come up himself. He created the
Kripke.
show. They'll listen to him.
It'd be cool if he's in it.
That make me look? I'm supposed to be running this thing. Besides, Eric's off in
Ah.
some cabin somewhere writing his next pilot.
Ever get that feeling someone's in the back seat? Frowny face.
Drive.
I thought he was gonna kill him. Was it gonna kill Misha Collins? That's not cool.
Guys, you can't come to work on poppers and smuggle kidneys
Poppers.
from Mexico. And make up your own lines as you go.
And yeah, okay, here, maybe there's some fans who give a crap about this nonsense.
I wouldn't call it nonsense.
But
Oh, he looked really sad there.
that even is your name. Tell me this. What does it all mean?
Okay, this is good. I mean, we've all had our psychotic breaks, right?
Why? What are you about to do?
I need to make an important call. I pray to God.
No,
that
no,
it
no,
even goes
don't.
through.
No, not Misha. Poor Misha Collins.
What?
Misha, he's been stabbed to death.
Where?
Where?
If Virgil gets back with that key, Cass is dead and our world is toast.
But that's true. That's very true.
And how bad can an angel with no wings be?
I am the weapons keeper of heaven.
Excuse me?
Poor guy.
It's my job.
Oh, please don't. Is he going to go and shoot up the film set? Because that would be bad.
Here you got a pretty good life.
He
But
does.
back home, the hits have been coming since you were 6 months old. You gotta admit, being a bazillionaire married to Ruby, the whole package, it's no contest.
It's a nice house. Feels a bit too big for me.
No,
But it's
You know,
nice.
you're right. We just don't mean the same thing here. I mean, we're not even brothers here, man.
You could be. Be friends. Best friends.
What the hell, right?
Eric, thanks for coming.
Was that Eric?
It means a lot that we can still, call.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him.
Right?
Oh, I know. It's just awful.
Oh, totally awful, yeah.
Was Eric Kripke okay?
Front page of Variety, though. You see that?
How's Octocobra?
Oh, I think I really had a breakthrough. I'll tell you all about it over lunch, though.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it flopped
Okay,
big
so I'm
style.
just gonna... Hey! Extra!
Eric, don't do it. Poor Eric Kripke. For the actors, not the actors, the producers like Eric and Bobby Singer and all that, this must have been so fun. Oh, it's about to happen. Oh, hey, time to go back.
Run.
Freeze frame!
Raphael?
She's a badass.
Nice meat suit.
I like this suit. Literally, I like the suit as well. I like her.
And that will open your locker at the Albany bus station.
Really?
You see, I needed a modest decoy to make it more convincing.
Give me the weapon.
Oh, it's a fake key all the time.
They're gone.
Step away from him, Raphael.
Castiel.
I have the weapons now. Their power is...
Castiel. Ooh.
If you don't
They're like the heads of the fight, aren't they? Castiel and Raphael.
back off.
From what I've said.
Well, Cat.
Oh, it must scare him. Her. Them.
If I lose against Raphael, we all lose everything.
Yeah, Cass, we know the stakes. That's about all you've told us.
Back in the real world now. Not the TV world.
Solid.
You touch about the lighting, it's so differently lit
Real
compared to the other parts of the episode.
termite-eaten home sweet home. Chock full of crap that want to skin you. Oh, and we're broke again.
But,
Oh.
hey, at least we're talking.
Should have brought one of his cards through. I don't know if that would have worked. Bring one like Jared Oddson's cards through. But that, my friends, was so good. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to Supernatural Season 6, Episode 15, The French Mistake. Still don't really know what the title means. You'll have to let me know down below what that's a reference to. But that was so good. So freaking good. And I'm going to guess, I'm going to take a punt right here and now and say, minus maybe something I've not seen yet, but at least from what I've seen in this episode so far, that is like a fan favourite episode. Because I know from the past seasons when they've done meta type things and really unique episodes like Mystery Spot and kind of like the Trickstery type ones, which I said I was going to miss without the Trickster being around. And obviously we still have this kind of thing, which is really well done. They were always like fan favourites. So I'm going to take a punt and presume this is a fan favourite episode. And I can absolutely see why it was just so well done. Like shows in general, a lot of shows do meta episodes. A lot of them do it. But I've never watched many shows, if any, that do it to the level that Supernatural do, but also to the intelligence that Supernatural do, and just to the funny, comedy, entertainment level that Supernatural do. It's well done. It's not just meta for the sake of being meta. It has a reason to be meta. It's not just smart. It's very smart, and it's very well written. It's very well thought out, and they go all in. They don't do it lightly. They don't go by halves. They go all in. So let's talk about it. I'll talk about the stuff that's not the meta half parts of the episode first, just to get that out of the way, because I've probably got the least to say about it. So Balthazar came in when Sam and Dean were at Bobby's, and basically said that Raphael and his team were after him, and they want the weapons that he's locked away. But as we found out at the end of the episode, he's locked them away so well, he doesn't know where they are. But that was kind of the driving force for the episode. Balthazar was trying to save Sam and Dean and send them somewhere, as it turned out, on a decoy. Initially, we thought it was to give them the key so they could hide the key somewhere else. Obviously, we learned at the end of the episode that was all a decoy, the key was fake. But he sent them away to use as a decoy so that he could go and find the weapons to stop them from Raphael and his lot getting them. Or say his lot, might not be her lot. But I love the body that Raphael's in now. The actress already, just from that little few moments of being on screen, she was brilliant. She was demanding, like, she had the authority, the menacing nature of her. Oh, that makes more sense than maybe what Balthazar did in that other episode, was destroy Raphael's meat suit, and that's why he's now in this female body. But she seemed really cool, but obviously that Castiel showed up, and there was the threatening conversation between them. Castiel obviously scared Raphael, because Raphael ran and took the Castiel sword and whatnot, so that was really fun. I liked how it was just it was a brief bit of the momentum of the main storyline of the season, which is this war in heaven. So while there wasn't a lot of movement from the start of the episode to the end, that middle bit was so well done that you didn't really need it to be a lot of movement. But yeah, there's a place where all Balthazar's weapons are hidden. Balthazar wants to find it. That's kind of where we're at. Raphael wants those weapons to win the war. So I guess let's talk about the main part of the episode. Balthazar sent Sam and Dean into an alternate world, which they've done a few times before. I like the kind of ones like It's a Wonderful Life, where they go into a normal office job and they're not hunters. And the other one, I'm sure they've done it in another one, I'm not too sure. Or like the comedy TV world that they've done before. And in this world, Sam and Dean are actors in a TV show called Supernatural, played by Jared and Jensen. Now what I liked, that it wasn't, they were in a TV show of another TV show. It was their TV show. Supernatural was a show. They are Jared, they are Jensen. The directors, who I presume are all the same people, I don't know their faces well enough, I'm sure they're all the same people, like Bobby Singer, Eric Kripke, Sarah, all that kind of things, were making the show. So it was basically so meta that there was no Supernatural anymore. It was just, here is how we filmed the show. But the only different side of it was that Sam and Dean are in our world now. And that was just a really interesting concept. Whoever came up with that idea, chef's kiss, so good. Such a really interesting idea that could be done badly, but was done so well. Even just things that I like to see when I watch behind the scenes stuff of a TV show. How was the set made? What does it actually look like? And we see them fly through the window, and they actually landed on crash mats. Instantly that was a what the hell is going on moment. And then we saw the fake knives and the flexible glass. I'm just watching that, and then the producers, directors behind the camera shouting scene, cut, whatnot, and how they interacted with Jared and Jensen. It's just really interesting to watch because we're not part of that. And they've dropped in little nuggets and a lot of meta knowledge of the show that I'm sure you can clarify down below. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I did not pick up on and a lot of things that I did that I don't know about. For example, like it said about how they don't talk. Why are Jared and Jensen talking? Were they not friends or close for a while? I know you work on a show for that many years, maybe just once they're off set, they just want to be quiet, which would make absolute sense. They're on that probably set 5, 6, 7 days a week for however many months at a time. They probably just want some downtime. Or was it that they just didn't talk, they weren't that friendly at the time? Let me know down below. But they thought it out so well in that not just were they actors on a set that were playing these parts in Supernatural, they had to pretend to be actors, and we saw how there was like really intentionally bad acting because Sam and Dean are not actors. Obviously Jared and Jensen are, but Sam and Dean are not. So when Sam and Dean had to be in the scene, it was such bad acting, really cringe acting, and it was really fun. And I really liked how they kept cutting to Bob Singer, and he was just like, season 6. And I wonder if that was representative of, not that they weren't enjoying making the season, but I wonder if there was an element of, this is like a different season now, and maybe that was representative of what they thought behind the scenes. I don't know. And maybe they were just playing fun at it a little bit. But that scene when Sam and Dean pretending to act trying to act was really brilliantly done. It was so funny. I feel like all I'm going to say about this episode is it was so well done. It was brilliant. It was funny. It was brilliant. It was great. It was smart. But it was so good. So yeah, not only were they actors on a set, they also have delved into their personal lives as well. So we saw Jensen's trailer where we saw Supernatural magazines, and he was watching some of the raw footage on the screen, and I wonder if that was his actual trailer. Like I say, I presume all the house, the actors, the trailers, everything was real. My guess is just they're all real. Let me know down below if they didn't. For example, like Jared's house, was it actually Jared's house? I would presume so, but holy crap, that was a big house. I mean, I know I've seen on YouTube some that's like, take a look around our home of some actors and famous people, but that just seemed like an incredibly elaborate mansion to live in for an actor on a TV show. And I know they got paid a lot of money, but it seemed like crazy cool. Loved it. And what I noticed was as soon as they got to the house, and I saw there was like Jared portraits on the wall and portraits of Jared's wife Genevieve, knowing the world they live in and how we've met Misha as Castiel or as Misha, straight away I was like, oh no, they're gonna think it's Ruby because Genevieve played Ruby. Now they must have got married really quickly because Ruby came into it in series 4, or at least that version of Ruby, right? Was series 4, because initially it was Katie someone. So they met then, so they must have got married by season 6. So they got married pretty quickly. But also, it was so good to see her as Genevieve and how, Ruby, it's Ruby. And we're like, no, it's not Ruby, it's your wife, Genevieve. And I thought that was really cool. That thing was really smart. I would have liked to have seen more actors. I'd like to have seen, like, Bobby in it. How that would have been interesting. Because, like, seeing Genevieve play Genevieve was interesting in how they reacted to her. And even though Sam did go and sleep with her because he's her wife, he's her husband. He's a husband. What am I saying? I can't talk. He's Genevieve's husband. So they still went and slept together. Of course he did. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of the actors. So that's why, like, when we saw Misha and he was doing the Castiel scene, I thought, that's going to be Misha. It's going to be a scene. He's doing the lines, practicing the lines. And then Misha came out. And Misha's funny, bubbly. And I knew this already because I've seen him in other interviews and on things just over the years online. I don't know, I've just seen bits of Misha Collins because I've seen him in other things. And I've always known that he's more of like a fun character in real life. So contrasted to Castiel and how he's very serious, quite monotone at times, very... That's a really terrible impression. I can't do impressions to save my life. But how different Misha is to Castiel was really fun to watch. And seeing a different character, that he was more giddy, loved to tweet about J2, and being the real Misha for an episode was really fun. Although I did get to see him get killed, which was sad. And was more sad watching Misha get killed than I would have Castiel get killed. Not that I don't like Castiel to do, of course I do. But I think it's because it was the actor that got killed. That was just really sad to see. Just because he was so scared and he was like crying and screaming and so polar opposite from Castiel's personality and the way he conducts himself. It just made me feel really sad for Misha. That was so hard to watch. But I liked how it fed in the actual supernatural story into the episode, not just the script that they did, and that scene was part of the ongoing storyline. So if you don't pay attention to what they were actually saying, which I sort of was, but I was getting distracted by the funniness of Sam and Dean's bad acting. But that scene was also important to the storyline, so you've got to pay attention to what they were saying, which is so smart. So smart. So yeah, they fed it in where another angel came through, which was Virgil, who was fighting for Raphael. And so Virgil came through to this world, this TV world, to get Sam and Dean back on. Was to get the key. They don't care about Sam and Dean, they want to get the key. But what was also, again, really well done about this episode was the second that you come into this world, there's no magic. So when Sam and Dean ordered the things to try and do the spell which sent them to this world, to try and get back to that world but using the same spell, it didn't work because there's no magic in this world, so these spells are not gonna work. And we saw that when they jumped through the window behind Bob Singer and the other guy whose name I didn't catch. They jumped through the window and smashed through the window again because they were trying to jump through to their world, and it wasn't working. And that was followed through when the angel came through. He had no powers either, so he found Dean straight away, put his hand on his head in that set, which was from a previous episode, which was really cool. And it didn't work because there's no magic in this world. I thought that was just a really intelligent way to do it. Now, he did get some magic because when he kills Misha, he then got to speak to the demon with the bowl blood ritual. So it's interesting that worked, but not the other thing. So let me know what I missed about that, because there must have been a reason why that spell worked, but the angel's powers didn't. Maybe spells do work, but no. But then Jaren and Jensen's spell, the Dean and Sam's spell didn't work either. So what was it about that spell? Was it because it was like proper blood magic? Is that why that one worked and the other ones didn't? Let me know down below. But anyway, the spell was like, yeah, get to this point, this time, and I'll pull you back through. That's how they got back to their world, which was really intelligent. But it was just really cool to see the behind-the-scenes crew being themselves. I wonder how much of their actual lines were real lines that they thought, like how they kept going, season 6, was that how they felt? Was that them playing on their current state of mind when they filmed the episode? But then we got to see Eric Kripke, which was cool because I don't know the guy. I don't recognise him. I'm not well versed on the behind the scenes of this show, so I don't recognise the showrunners, the directors, the producers, the people that work in the set. But I bet it was so fun for them to just do this episode, to be themselves for a scene or a couple of scenes, and to be able to play themselves playing the directors, the producers of Supernatural, with Sam and Dean / Jensen and Jared being their characters in our world, and how you have to react to why is Jared acting so weird, why is Jensen acting so... That's got to have just been one of the best episodes to film. I can only imagine this is probably one of the favourite episodes of the cast and crew as well, because it was so different and so unique, and such a unique opportunity to play these characters in this way that they're probably never going to get to again. And I mentioned it briefly in the episode, but it very much reminded me of... There's an episode of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is not... I don't think it was that great a show, but I watched all of it because I'm such a big fan of the original Sabrina show. As you can see, just there, I've got the whole Sabrina the Teenage Witch box set. I love that show. That was my childhood. Don't get me wrong, it had highs and lows, lows, but I love the show as a whole. And they did an episode in the new series, that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, where I can't remember what the reason was. Must have been some sort of spell or demon or whatever. But that version of Sabrina got sent to... It was slightly different. She got sent to a TV set where they were making Sabrina, and they brought back Beth Broderick and Carolyn Rhea to play Hilda and Zelda. It was very different because it wasn't the same sets from the original show, which I think was a missed opportunity. And I don't think the cat talked either. I don't think Nick Mackay was in it. I don't know. I could be wrong about that one. But there were so many missed opportunities in that episode to have her back on the original set, or at least a version of it, in front of that camera setup, where it was filmed like a sitcom, but they had no live studio audience. They could have had like Harvey back in it, or Valerie back in it, or Libby back in it, back in high school, in that version of high school. And I just think there's so many missed opportunities with how they did that version of it. Great concept, interesting concept, but compared to this episode, that episode is so bad compared, because they go all in on this episode. They have all the producers, the actors, the fake sets, the scripts, the characters that were in a past season, which was Ruby. Now, like I say, it would have been so great to see more. It would have been great to see Bobby, maybe, I don't know, like Yellow Eyes again, or John Winchester again, or who can I think of that was a regular that was in the past season that got killed off? Lucifer, for example. Find some way to bring them into it as their real life counterparts. I think that would have been really cool. But I like what they did. Like, what they did was great. It was perfect. It was so good. I just want more because I'm greedy. I always want more. When it's like these meta episodes or like Groundhog Day or whatnot, I love what they do, and I always want more. Not because it's lacking. It's absolutely not lacking at all. But I'm just a greedy little bitch. But yeah, you'll have to let me know all the references that I missed to things behind the scenes. I like that there was a Supernatural magazine. There was references to, is it Days of Our Lives that Jensen was in? I did say like moments before, are they going to reference the other work that they've done? Like how in the past they've had like a sneaky little wink, nudge to, was it House of Wax or Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Or both, because of Jared and Jensen and whatnot. And I was hoping that they were going to reference other stuff, and they did. They had a clip of Jensen in I think it was Days of Our Lives. He looks so young, so pretty. He's a handsome guy. But he was a really pretty guy back in the day as well. Like his little boyish pretty looks. And I liked how he was like really freaked out by his scene because it was so like emotional. I loved that. I would like to have seen more of Jared's other work referenced as well. But I liked how again Eric Kripke's new pilot, they mentioned how it's going to be a hit. Obviously it can't have been because I've never heard of it. So I presume that whatever it was, that Octo something, was something that he maybe made a pilot for and it flopped. I don't know, just let me know down below. But yeah, all the references that I missed to production, to the other work, to real life behind the scenes drama, or anything like that, please let me know down below what I missed, because I can't say enough how smart this episode was. There's probably bits that I want to talk about that I've forgotten about, but it was so well done, really well done. I love how it tied into the main episode and gave me that feel of the Trickster episodes that I thought we were going to lose after the trickster got killed in season 5. Those one-off, really unique, otherworld or wacky concept episodes like Changing Channels, Mystery Spot, all that was so exciting to me to be back into that, because I was scared that it was gone and it wasn't. So now I have hope for season 7, 8, 9 that somewhere in the middle of the season, just a one-off, here's a random funny episode like this, like Changing Channels, Mystery Spot, Tall Tales, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. I love it and I hope they do more. I can't praise this enough. I want to say more, but let me know down below every reference that I missed, every little in-joke that I missed, because this was great, guys. I'm so impressed with this. Loved it, and I hope you loved it too. And I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I feel like all I said was, this is good, this is smart, this is so fun, oh my god, this is fun, oh my god. So I apologise, my reaction was very repetitive, but I'm really going to struggle for YouTube with this one, because you can only put so much footage now on YouTube with Supernatural. They've clamped down on their copyright with the WBTV licensing, are very strict on it nowadays, and so I'm going to struggle to get this onto YouTube, because I feel like there's so much that I'm going to want to put in that I can't. So if you feel like I've cut out important bits of this episode when you watch the YouTube version, I apologise. Please go take a look at the Patreon link. One, because you'll get the full length episode, unedited, uncut, to this episode and see the whole thing. This was great. As always, my name is Scott. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode, the meta-ness, and just everything. Everything that you loved, everything that I missed, and all that. Let me know down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Please take a look at the Patreon link down below for the full length reaction to this episode, as well as to help supporting the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of Supernatural Season 6. God, guys, that was so good. Bye, guys. Take care. Stay safe.